Today, we'll be ranking the top 25 strongest shinobi from the Land of Fire, aka Konoha. We'll begin with some of the most underrated characters in the show, and by the end of the video, we will rank some of the most controversial battles the Naruto fandom has been arguing about for years. Are you Team Naruto or Madara? Are you Team Minato or Team Itachi? Let's find out if by the end of the video, we can change your mind about some rankings. Number 25, Sarada Uchiha, the newest Uchiha. Inheriting her father's prodigious talent and her mother's intelligence as well as physical prowess, Sarada was always very advanced for her age, well regarded as an elite genin who excels in everything. I mean, she was stronger than what her father was at her age, and that's not even the form we are considering for her. You see, the form we are taking into account for her is her teenage form, while in Boruto 2, Blue Vortex, she has powerful chakra stemming from her Uchiha lineage. She has adept control over it stemming from her mother's side, as again, Sakura's punches require extremely high level of chakra control, and she's also incredibly physically strong. Not to mention her Sharingan and her ninjutsu abilities in combination with speed and tactical intellect. At age 12, Sarada awakened her Mangekyo Sharingan as a result of her deep anguish and worry for Boruto's safety after Ada swapped everyone's memories of him with their memories of Kawaki, who told everyone that Naruto had been killed by Boruto. As we all know, each Mangekyo Sharingan user features a special ability, and even though we still do not know what this ability is, at least not at the time the video's recorded, what we can safely assume is that it will be something pretty overpowered. Not to mention the rest of the overpowered abilities the Mangekyo Sharingan grants, including, but not limited to, Susanoo, Amaterasu, and advanced levels of Genjutsu. Like many Uchiha, Sarada has an affinity for ninja tools, and her specialty is Shuriken Jutsu, gaining the highest marks in class. While originally struggling with the skill in the anime, she also gained proficiency in medical ninjutsu, able to focus her chakra to restart a person's cardiovascular system. In the anime, she's proficient in cooperation ninjutsu and fuinjutsu, able to use both to restrict a person's movements and increase the might by synchronizing with fellow users. Last but not least, she is also capable of using the Chidori, a high-speed attack that, well, just ask Rin the damage this attack can have on someone. For now, Sarada is only placed at number 25, but when it comes to her actual potential, I strongly believe that she can eventually earn a spot in the top 10 shinobi of Konoha's history. Next up, we have a controversial duo selection. Let's see if you agree with us or not. But before that, I've got an easy choice for you instead. Since Boruto only releases one chapter per month, well, on my end, I need more things to read, right? And my suggestion? Well, I recently started reading the first legendary Beastmaster, and let me tell you, it's got everything. Magic, beast taming, and a hero's journey like no other. The first legendary Beastmaster follows Carl, who comes from a poor family but dreams of rising to greatness through an elite magic competition. You see, Carl has one shot at success through an elite recruitment event where students undergo a magical awakening. Only a few become the nation's powerful, revered elite, while the rest return to their hard lives. With human and monstrous threats looming, Carl discovers a rare power, embarking on a journey to become the world's first legendary Beastmaster, facing challenges in a world on the edge of conflict. With magical creatures, high-stakes battles, and an incredible character journey from youth to adulthood, it's a story that's both thrilling and inspiring. If you love detailed fantasy worlds, dynamic beasts, and action-packed battles, this novel is a must-read. The author does an amazing job bringing every scene to life, especially the action. Plus, the different beasts and companions keep the story fresh and engaging. So, how can you read it? Use my link in the description down below to download Web Novel for free and start this epic reading today. Once you do that, search for the first legendary Beastmaster and join the community of readers enjoying the latest in fantasy storytelling. And do you want to hear the best part? Web Novel offers both novels and comics, so there's something for everyone. Thanks to Web Novel for sponsoring today's video. Download now and let's explore these magical worlds together. But now, let's get back to our video. Number 24, Sarutobi Konohamaru, the failed prodigy. Okay, now, this guy is the definition of a wasted talent. I mean, at age 11, he single-handedly defeated a path of pain. I think it's fair to say that the expectations fans had from him in Boruto were massive, right? And now, even though I do think fans tend to underestimate him a bit more than what they should, I still believe that Konohamaru could have been way stronger in Boruto. But let's see his actual abilities and feats in the series. You see, in Boruto, Konohamaru has grown to become one of the more capable shinobi of his generation, serving as the leader of Team 7. Like Naruto, Konohamaru is skilled in creating shadow clones and combining them with Rasengan variations, similar to how Naruto used to fight in previous installments of Naruto series. He can summon the giant toad Gamagoro, similar to Naruto's case again. And unlike Naruto, he has shown talent in mastering various techniques unrelated to just clones and Rasengan variations. Some of the best showcases of his strength were during his fight with Jugo, while Jugo was running wild during his Sage transformation, as well as his fight against Gengo, where Konohamaru used his wind-style Rasengan to literally disintegrate an entire mountain off the face of the earth. Number 23, Himawari Uzumaki, the newest Kurama Jinchuriki. Okay, as we said, this selection of number 24 and number 23 is indeed debatable. I mean, yeah, Himawari is still just a child, but do not forget that she's not only the daughter of Naruto and Hinata, but also the newest host of Kurama. Given Konohamaru's disappointing performance against Ishiki, I do feel that Himawari did better than him, and thus I do place her higher than him. Himawari literally fought against Juret for a relatively prolonged amount of time, and yeah, even though she was utterly defeated, she still managed to survive, which is of course no easy task. During that fight, she showed us a glimpse of her insane potential as a shinobi. She was fast, strong, and even extremely capable of controlling Kurama's chakra in order to heal both herself and other people. Added to the fact that Himawari is the youngest ever known user of the Byakugan. Yeah, this girl will definitely become a powerhouse. Even though she awakened it accidentally due to anger, still, it's almost guaranteed that she will indeed use the Byakugan later on in the series. At the time this video was recorded, Himawari is placed at number 23 in our list. However, if I had to take a guess on where she will deserve to be placed by the end of Boruto, I believe a spot in the top 10, or in the very least top 15, is not an exaggeration. Now, this was only the first out of 5 insanely controversial rankings we will have in this video, and believe me, the next ones are even crazier. Also, if you stick till the end of the video, I'll share an interesting fact about Madara versus Sasuke that 99.9% of Naruto fans were not aware of, and believe me, it's a game changer when ranking them. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's keep going. Number 22, Rock Lee, the Taijutsu Genius. Here we should probably clarify the form we are considering for him. Even though it is almost certain that Rock Lee can use the 8th gate opening, the form we consider is the 7th gate, since we've yet to witness Rock Lee use the 8th gate. Now for base abilities, while in Boruto, Rock Lee remains a formidable ninja, continuing to embody the ideals of hard work and dedication that he was known for in Naruto. While his role in Boruto is more of a mentor and supporting figure, his strength has only grown since his younger days. Rock Lee is still one of the best taijutsu specialists in the world. His strength, speed, and hand-to-hand combat skills have reached elite levels. Having trained under Might Guy and followed a rigorous training regimen, Lee's physical abilities are nearly unmatched, rivaling even some Kage-level shinobi. Now, when it comes to his strongest move yet, aka the 7th gate opening, the user's speed and strength skyrocket. Movements become so fast they appear as blurs or after images, and even casual movements create shockwaves in the environment. The sheer speed can distort the air, and their physical strikes are capable of shattering the ground and causing massive damage to anything nearby. Number 21, Danzo Shimura, the wannabe Hokage. You see, Danzo is a powerful and at the same time highly controversial character, known for his manipulative tactics and secretive nature. Danzo is the leader of the covert Anbu faction called Root, which operates independently of the main Anbu and the Hokage. His influence extends throughout Konoha's political and military circles, and he often works in the shadows, orchestrating events for what he perceives as the good of the village. Danzo's most dangerous asset is his collection of Sharingan eyes, which he acquired through unethical means, including from members of the Uchiha clan after the massacre. He possesses Shisui Uchiha's Sharingan in his right eye, which allows him to use Kodo Amatsukami, one of the most powerful genjutsu, enabling him to subtly manipulate others without them realizing. He has multiple Sharingan implanted at his right arm, which he uses for the forbidden technique Izanagi, allowing him to rewrite reality for a short period, making him nearly invincible as he can avoid fatal injuries. Not only that, but hear this as well. He has Hashirama Senju's cells implanted in his body, allowing him to control the Sharingan eyes on his arm. This also gives him enhanced regenerative abilities, increasing his endurance and survivability in combat. Number 20, Sakumo Hatake, the White Fang of Konoha. But why was he known as the White Fang of Konoha? Well, that's because his exceptional skill in combat and his ability to wield multiple jutsu effectively gave him worldwide recognition, with which entire nations were terrified of him. Sakumo was renowned for his strength and was considered to be as capable as the legendary Sunny. He was a formidable shinobi who completed many missions successfully. Despite his prowess, Sakumo faced a tragic downfall when he chose to prioritize the lives of his teammates over the success of a mission. This decision led to the mission's failure and resulted in significant criticism from his peers and the village. The shame and pressure from this incident caused him deep emotional distress, which was later the reason for his death. Number 19, Shisui Uchiha, the Genjutsu Specialist. Shisui Uchiha is considered one of the most powerful members of the Uchiha clan. He possessed a highly advanced Sharingan, which allowed him to perceive and react to fast-moving objects and copy various jutsu. His Sharingan was not just a tool for hand-to-hand combat, however, as it also enabled him to use powerful genjutsu. One of Shisui's most notable abilities was Kodo Amatsukami, a unique genjutsu that allowed him to manipulate the thoughts and actions of others without them realizing they were being influenced. This technique is incredibly powerful because it operates on a subconscious level, making it nearly impossible to resist or counter. However, since the Konoha Tsukami has a long cooldown period which limits its usage in battle, we do not place Shisui higher in our list. Shisui was exceptionally skilled in Shunshin no Jutsu, often referred to as the body flicker technique. This technique allowed him to move at such high speeds that it appeared as if he was teleporting, making it difficult for opponents to track his movements or react in time. Plus, Shisui was one of the only two known shinobi in history where the opposing sides were giving their own shinobis a flee-on-sight command. Even they knew that no one stood a chance against Shisui, so instead of losing soldiers, they just told them, yeah, if you see this guy, just run for your life. Number 18, Tsunade Senju, the one-punch woman. As we all know, Tsunade Senju is one of the legendary seinen and is renowned for her exceptional strength, medical ninjutsu, and leadership as the 5th Hokage of the Hidden Leaf Village. Her strength is that insane, to the point that she can create devastating impacts with her punches, capable of breaking through solid rock and causing massive craters. And don't even get me started on her literally punching Madara's Susanoo with her bare fists and actually cracking it. And we're talking about a Susanoo here, the quote ultimate defense. And yet her physical strength is not the only thing. As one of the best medical ninjas in the world, Tsunade has advanced skills in medical ninjutsu. She can heal severe injuries, including life-threatening wounds, and has extensive knowledge of anatomy and medicine. And now, for the main reason she's placed this high in our list, the 100 Healings Jutsu. The jutsu allows her to heal herself and even others at an accelerated rate. This technique significantly enhances her durability, enabling her to survive otherwise fatal injuries during combat. This is the reason that she was able to keep up and fight the Edo Tensei version of Madara that also featured a Rinnegan on top of basically never-ending chakra. Last but not least, Tsunade can summon Bunta, a giant slug, to aid her in battle. This slug can perform powerful techniques and serve as a form of transportation, showcasing Tsunade's versatility in combat situations. And now for the 3 positions between 17 and 15, we have the second debatable selection in today's video. The characters we have are Sakura, Jiraiya, and Orochimaru. If you were to rank them, how would you do it? Well, on my end, here it goes. Number 17, Sakura, the One-Punch Woman 2.0. In Boruto, Sakura has not only reached her prime in terms of physical strength, she has also matured significantly from her early days in Naruto and has become an even further powerful kunoichi. She possesses immense physical strength, which she has honed through rigorous training under Tsunade. Her strength allows her to deliver devastating punches and kicks, capable of causing massive damage to her surroundings and opponents. Similar to Tsunade, she also has mastery over the 100 Healings Jutsu, which again, we all know how insane this ability is. On top of that, Sakura has become one of the top medical ninjas in the Hidden Leaf Village, rivaling her mentor Tsunade. Her mastery of medical ninjutsu allows her to heal severe injuries, perform complex surgeries, and even restore lost limbs. She has developed advanced techniques that enable her to heal herself and others more effectively and quickly. Her medical expertise makes her invaluable during missions and battles. Number 16, Jiraiya, the pervy legend. I mean, as we all know, Jiraiya is one of the legendary seinen, and naturally he is an incredibly powerful and versatile shinobi. His strength lies not only in his combat abilities, but also in his vast knowledge, experience, and strategic thinking. Jiraiya is a master of various ninjutsu techniques, including fire, earth, and water-style jutsu. His versatility in elemental techniques makes him a dangerous opponent in nearly any combat situation. He often uses a combination of his oil-based jutsu with fire-style techniques to create devastating, large-scale attacks, like his flame bullet jutsu, which produces massive streams of fire that can incinerate enemies or entire battlefields. He can summon Gamabunta and all kinds of frogs, for that matter, to aid him in battle. When it comes to Sage Mode now, well, it is true that he can use it, but being fully honest, his mastery over this technique is incomplete, as evident by the frog-like features he gets when going into Sage Mode. Strength, ninjutsu, durability, stamina, strategic genius. Jiraiya was literally a legend. Because of that, I think it was only fair to place him above Sakura. But here is where the actual controversial debate begins. Is Jiraiya stronger or weaker than Orochimaru? Well, here's what we think. Number 15, Orochimaru, the creepy seinen. You see, Orochimaru is also one of the legendary seinen and one of the most formidable shinobi in the Naruto series. He is known for his ambition to master all jutsu, his immortality experiments, and his near-boundless knowledge of forbidden techniques. Orochimaru has always been a ninjutsu genius, with vast knowledge of a wide array of techniques. His primary goal has always been to master all the jutsu in the world, and he has developed many powerful jutsu over his lifetime. His range of techniques include elemental jutsu, summoning jutsu, and various forbidden jutsu that push the boundaries of what's considered ethical or humane. Orochimaru is known for his ability to summon giant snakes, including Manda, a massive and powerful serpent. His snakes can assist him in combat by binding, striking, or overwhelming opponents, making him versatile and dangerous in combat. Orochimaru is one of the few shinobi capable of using the forbidden technique Edo Tensei, which allows him to resurrect the dead and control them in battle. This jutsu is considered one of the most dangerous, as it brings back powerful shinobi to fight under the user's control, essentially giving Orochimaru an army of undying warriors. He also created curse seals, which he implants in others to grant them additional power and control. The most famous example is Sasuke Uchiha's curse mark, which significantly boosts a person's chakra and strength, but also brings them under Orochimaru's influence. He is a master of scientific and forbidden research, delving into genetic manipulation and biological enhancement. His experiments have led to the creation of characters like Yamato and Mitsuki, as well as modifying his own body to make it stronger. The reason I'm placing him higher than Jiraiya is because, if you recall, Jiraiya and Orochimaru had a fight in which Orochimaru was basically fighting on equal ground with Jiraiya, despite Orochimaru not being able to use his hands. Plus, in Boruto, we saw Orochimaru literally erase people out of existence before anyone could even realize what had happened, which, yeah, shows that Orochimaru probably grew even stronger in Boruto while Jiraiya was busy being, well, you know, dead. Number 14, Mitsuki. Created by Orochimaru, Mitsuki possesses exceptional abilities, many of which rival or surpass those of his peers, and even rival Kage-level characters. Mitsuki can access Sage Mode, a powerful transformation that enhances his speed, strength, and sensory abilities. Unlike others who need intense training to achieve Sage Mode, Mitsuki can activate it naturally. In this form, his chakra gains a significant boost, and his abilities are greatly amplified. His Sage Mode gives him a serpent-like aura with a glowing, ethereal appearance. When it comes to that Sage Mode now, although not confirmed, it is heavily estimated that it's a form of Otsutsuki Sage Mode as part of Orochimaru's genetic modifications. Due to his synthetic nature, Mitsuki's potential for growth is vast. He has superior chakra control, physical abilities, and a natural aptitude for learning advanced techniques. The reason we place Mitsuki that high is purely because of his Sage Mode. Without it, Mitsuki would surely be placed lower. Now, when it comes to his potential, at least while recording the video, Mitsuki has yet to reach his full potential. But when he does, my estimate is that he will be at least a top 10 character in Konoha's history. Number 13, Itachi Uchiha, the best son a family could wish for. I mean, what more can you ask from a son, right? My guy single-handedly wiped out his entire family with the exception of his brother. Now, when it comes to strength, well, I think not many things are needed to be said, but let's go ahead and briefly explain how strong Itachi really was. As we all know, Itachi Uchiha is one of the most powerful and complex characters in the Naruto series. His strength is not only physical, but also intellectual, emotional, and spiritual. As a member of the Uchiha clan and the Akatsuki, Itachi was an elite ninja who had achieved mastery in several fields, making him one of the most dangerous and revered shinobi in the Naruto world. Itachi was a prodigy from a young age, graduating from the Ninja Academy at age 7, mastering the Sharingan by age 8, and becoming a Chunin at 10. His tactical and strategic mind was one of his greatest strengths. He was able to assess battles quickly and manipulate them to his advantage, often thinking several steps ahead of his opponents. Itachi's proficiency with genjutsu and illusionary techniques was unparalleled, largely due to his mastery of the Sharingan, the Uchiha clan's dojutsu. He could cast powerful genjutsu with just a glance, trapping enemies in illusions that could last for mere moments in the real world, yet feel like hours to the opponents. Itachi's left Mangekyo Sharingan granted him access to Amaterasu, a technique that produced inextinguishable black flames. These flames could burn through almost anything and continue burning until the target was completely consumed. Itachi's most powerful ability was Susanoo, a gigantic ethereal warrior that acted as both offense and defense. Overall, his genius-level intellect, mastery of the Sharingan and Mangekyo Sharingan, and unrivaled skill in genjutsu and ninjutsu made him nearly invincible. His use of Tsukuyomi, Amaterasu, and Susanoo, combined with that genius-level tactics, allowed him to dominate nearly every battle he faced. Number 12, Tobirama Senju, the racist Hokage. I mean, no matter how you take it, Tobirama was a true genius. He was an unparalleled innovator in ninjutsu. Many of the most dangerous and well-known techniques in the Naruto world were created by him, showing his exceptional mastery over chakra and its applications. Flying Thunder God technique, multi-shadow clone jutsu, Edo Tensei, those are just a few popular examples. Not only that, but Tobirama was also known as the greatest user of water release techniques in shinobi history. His control over water was so advanced that he could create large-scale water techniques even without a nearby water source, which is a rare and highly advanced skill. This gave him a huge advantage in battle, as he could generate powerful water-based attacks in any environment. Last but not least, he was one of the fastest shinobi of his time, largely due to his Flying Thunder God technique, but also thanks to his natural physical speed. Number 11, Hiruzen Sarutobi. Now, a small clarification here. The form we're going to consider for him is his prime, and not really the the form we saw in OG Naruto. Hear all these about Hiruzen, and I think you'll indeed be convinced about how strong he really was. As the third Hokage of the Hidden Leaf Village, Hiruzen was one of the most revered and powerful shinobi in the history of the Naruto series. Known as the Professor and God of Shinobi, his strength was legendary, and he was recognized for his immense knowledge, versatility, and wisdom. He was one of the few shinobi who had mastered all 5 elemental chakra natures: fire, water, earth, wind, and lightning. This gave him unparalleled versatility in battle, allowing him to counter any elemental jutsu thrown at him. His ability to use multiple nature transformations was a testament to his extraordinary chakra control and intelligence. He had vast knowledge of various jutsu. He was a master in sealing techniques, summoning, and on top of all that, he was stated to have immense chakra levels in his prime. The fact that Hiruzen earned the nickname God of Shinobi when the only other character in Konoha's history to have ever earned this title was Hashirama really speaks volumes about how strong he really was, and I do think this justifies us placing him above Tobirama. And now we get to the most exciting and even most controversial, and thus difficult to rank part of the video: the top 10 strongest characters in Konoha's history. Number 10, Minato Namikaze, the Yellow Flash of Konoha. You see, Minato was one of the most celebrated and powerful shinobi in the history of the Naruto series. Known as the Yellow Flash due to his incredible speed, Minato was not only a skilled fighter, but also a tactical genius. His mastery of various high-level techniques and his contribution to the protection of the Hidden Leaf Village solidified his reputation as one of the greatest shinobi of all time. Minato's most famous and defining technique was the Flying Thunder God technique, a space-time ninjutsu that allowed him to instantly teleport to any location marked with his special seal. This technique gave him extraordinary speed, allowing him to outmaneuver and defeat opponents before they could even react. I mean, just ask Obito, or heck, even the 4th Raikage that believed his speed was unmatched. He did not even stand a chance against Minato's speed, to be honest. Not only that, but Minato was the creator of the Rasengan as well. As we all know, this is a powerful spinning ball of chakra that compressed immense energy into a small, devastating sphere. It was inspired by the tailed beast ball and was created as a technique that didn't require hand signs, relying solely on chakra control. On top of all these, Minato was also a tactical genius, had exceptional talent, and had a pretty good knowledge of sealing and other forms of ninjutsu. I mean, it wasn't random that he and Shisui were the only known shinobi to be given a flee on sight command while in war. And here we go into the 3rd controversial selection of today's video. Are you Team Might Guy or Team Kakashi? Well, before you come at me, yeah, I know, those two are not that strong, right? Well, yeah, they are, if we consider their strongest forms. What do I mean by that? Well, check this out. Number 9, Might Guy, the Red Beast of Konoha. Here, we should clarify that the form we are considering for him is while being in 8th Gate. If we were considering Might Guy in his base form, then I suppose he would probably be placed somewhere around 20 or 25 in our list. If we're considering his form while being in a wheelchair, well then yeah, he probably wouldn't even be on the list. So now, how strong is Might Guy while having the 8th Gate open? Let's find out. You see, when Might Guy opened the 8th Gate, also known as the Gate of Death, he achieved a level of power that far surpassed almost any other shinobi, making him one of the strongest characters in the entirety of the Naruto series. The 8th Gate, which is the final gate in the 8 Gates technique, drastically enhances his physical abilities at the cost of his life. Upon opening the 8th Gate, Guy's speed increased to the point where even Madara Uchiha, the most powerful character at that time, and a 10-tails Jinchuriki, struggled to follow his movements. Guy was moving so fast that his attacks appeared as if he were warping space around him, showcasing a speed that is beyond human perception. Guy's physical strength became godlike in this form. His punches and kicks carried such immense force that they could bend space and create shockwaves. His blows were capable of breaking through the defenses of Madara, who was at his peak in terms of power and durability. I mean, it wasn't random that even Madara, while being in this godlike form, declared Might Guy as the strongest taijutsu user in the world.
I, Madara, declare that you are the strongest of them all!
Number 8, Hatake Kakashi of the 1000 Jutsus, or also known as the Copy Ninja. Before anything else here, we should describe the form we're considering for Kakashi, and this is none other than the dual Mangekyo Sharingan form against Kaguya. I mean, in this form, Kakashi can summon a massive, perfect Susanoo that also features one of the most overpowered moves I've ever seen in Naruto, Kamui Shuriken. He could now apply Kamui to his Shuriken and other attacks, granting them the ability to warp away whatever they hit to the Kamui dimension instantly. This meant that Kakashi's attacks could bypass most defenses, even against someone as powerful as Kaguya. Kakashi's perfect Susanoo had wings, a long sword, and was incredibly fast and durable, allowing him to fight on par with Kaguya's dimensional powers. The Susanoo also provided him with extraordinary offensive and defensive capabilities. And all of these on top of his already impressive arsenal of jutsu, battle IQ, 5 elemental chakra natures, and generally on top of his already legendary status.
Kakashi.
Number 7, Hashirama Senju, the god of shinobi. I mean, this guy was regarded as one of the strongest shinobi in history. It wasn't random after all that he was often referred to as the god of shinobi. His immense power was unmatched in his era, and he was recognized as the only one who could rival and defeat Madara Uchiha, another legendary figure. Hashirama's abilities set the standard for future generations of shinobi, and his strength, skills, and influence left a lasting impact on the shinobi world. Hashirama possessed an enormous amount of chakra, which allowed him to perform powerful jutsu for extended periods without tiring, enabling him to face entire armies single-handedly. He also had a unique, natural healing ability that allowed him to recover from injuries quickly without using medical ninjutsu. This regenerative ability made him incredibly resilient in battle, further boosting his endurance and ability to survive deadly confrontations. Plus, imagine being so overpowered that you're literally the only shinobi in history to have ever awakened a specific ability naturally, aka the wood release. After all, Hashirama was the only known shinobi who could naturally use wood release, a rare Kekkei Genkai that combined earth and water chakra natures. Wood release allowed him to create and manipulate living trees and plant life with immense size and power, making it both a versatile and overwhelming technique in combat. I mean, the guy saw a Susanoo-coated Kurama being controlled by frickin' Madara Uchiha, and how did he react? The guy smiled! Yeah, that's how overpowered he really was. Any fight Hashirama had to fight was unfair to begin with. We saw that a few cells of Hashirama were enough to grant insane abilities to various characters throughout the show, right? Well, imagine Hashirama. The guy was made 100% out of Hashirama cells. That's gotta be cheating, right? Number 6, Obito Uchiha. Here we should once again clarify the form we're considering for him, which is none other than his 10 Tails Jinchuriki form. Without this form, a fair guess would be to place him somewhere between 10 and 15 in our list. But just how strong was Obito while in his 10 Tails Jinchuriki form? Let's find out. As the 10 Tails Jinchuriki, Obito possessed an unfathomable amount of chakra, far surpassing any normal shinobi or Jinchuriki. The 10 Tails is a fusion of all the tailed beasts, making it the most powerful chakra entity in existence. This gave Obito nearly unlimited chakra reserves and energy to perform high-level techniques without exhaustion. He could generate massive shockwaves with his punches and strikes, easily overwhelming opponents like Naruto, Sasuke, and even the combined forces of the allied shinobi forces. Upon becoming the 10 Tails Jinchuriki, Obito gained access to the Truth-Seeking Balls, which contain all 5 basic chakra natures and yin-yang release. These orbs could be shaped into various forms and were capable of obliterating anything they touched, disintegrating matter on contact. The Truth-Seeking orbs could bypass normal defenses, and even techniques like Sage Mode or Susanoo had difficulty withstanding them. Obito could use these orbs to attack and defend simultaneously, giving him an unparalleled level of offense and defense in battle. Obito's body became incredibly durable, able to withstand attacks that would normally kill a shinobi, including massive explosions and powerful jutsu. Plus, as the 10 Tails Jinchuriki, Obito could regenerate from injuries rapidly. His body healed from most damage almost instantaneously, making it extremely difficult to injure or kill him. This regeneration was powered by the 10 Tails, granting him near immortality during the time he was its host. And now we reach that 4th highly controversial ranking of today's video, 10 Tails Madara or Prime Sasuke Uchiha. Who deserves to be placed higher? Let's find out. Number 5, Madara Uchiha. After becoming the 10 Tails Jinchuriki, Madara ascended to a level of power that was virtually godlike, surpassing almost every shinobi in the Naruto series. His transformation granted him immense abilities, making him an unstoppable force on the battlefield. This form of Madara is considered one of the strongest beings in the entire Naruto universe, combining his already immense strength, Rinnegan abilities, and combat prowess with the unfathomable power of the 10 Tails. As the 10 Tails Jinchuriki, Madara possessed an enormous amount of chakra. His chakra reserves were so immense that he could use powerful techniques consecutively without fatigue. Madara's physical strength, speed, durability, and stamina were increased exponentially. He could move at blinding speeds, endure powerful attacks, and destroy entire landscapes with a single attack. Upon becoming the 10 Tails Jinchuriki, he gained access to 6-Path Senjutsu, a powerful form of chakra that enhanced all of his abilities, and even gained access to Truth-Seeking orbs. He had awakened the Rinne Sharingan on his forehead, which meant he could use advanced Rinnegan and Sharingan abilities, and he had a near absolute regeneration, to the point it would border immortality. Generally, well, everything about him was heightened. Plus, we're talking about a character character that could solo an entire army of shinobis on his own, destroy the 5 Kage like it meant nothing, have Hashirama as his rival, and that's a form infinitely weaker than the form we're considering now, aka the 10 Tails Jinchuriki form. Number 4, Sasuke Uchiha. Alright, hear me out on this one. I know many people argue which form of Sasuke is stronger, whether it's his teenage form against Naruto on the final battle, or whether it's the adult version of him with one arm we saw in Boruto. But no matter what ground you stand on my end, I just had to go with what the creators of the story stated, and that is that adult Sasuke in Boruto is Sasuke's stronger version. Not only that, but Kishimoto even stated that in this stage, Sasuke alone is stronger than Madara. So, who am I to put Madara above Sasuke if the creator of the series says that Sasuke's stronger? So now, let's briefly explain just how strong adult Sasuke really is. Well, for starters, we saw Sasuke battle against multiple high-ranking Otsutsuki and holding out just fine, or even overpowering them at times. Against Kinshiki, Sasuke was fighting 1v1. Against Urashiki, well, I won't even consider that since it's filler, and the Boruto creators did Sasuke dirty there. Against Momoshiki, Naruto and Sasuke really showed him who's the boss, while against Ishiki, well, okay, here Sasuke was completely overpowered. Sasuke's most notable power is his eyes, the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan on one eye and the Rinnegan in another, with which Sasuke can do all sorts of advanced and high-level techniques. He's fast, agile, smart, has extremely high battle IQ. I mean, Sasuke is truly a one-of-a-kind shinobi. And now, we head into the last controversial selection of today's video. Who is stronger, Baryon Mode Naruto or 2 Blue Vortex manga Kawaki? Well, at least while this video's being recorded, here's how we're gonna rank them. Number 3, Naruto Uzumaki, the 7th Hokage. So to clarify the form we're considering here for Naruto, that's of course Baryon Mode, aka his strongest form as of yet. But how strong is this form really? Baryon Mode is a highly dangerous and transformative power-up that Naruto achieved by combining his chakra with Kurama's in a unique way. However, it comes with devastating consequences, leading to the eventual death of Kurama. Baryon Mode works by fusing Naruto's and Kurama's chakra together, similar to the nuclear fusion process in real life, creating an entirely new form of energy. This grants Naruto an immense boost in strength, speed, and chakra output, far beyond anything he had previously demonstrated. In Baryon Mode, Naruto's speed becomes so fast that even Ishiki Otsutsuki, one of the most powerful and fastest characters in the series, couldn't keep up with him. Naruto's reflexes and reactions are heightened to such an extreme level that he can outmaneuver Ishiki's incredibly precise and rapid attacks. His speed in this form is easily among the fastest in the entire Naruto universe, making him nearly impossible to track or evade. His strength is off the charts, and everything he does is basically magnified and multiplied in strength. But why don't we place Naruto higher? Well, if I had to guess, I would assume that when Naruto is unsealed, he will have a new form, and when that happens, maybe Naruto could indeed be placed higher. But for now, I'm thinking the number 3 spot is pretty fair. Number 2, Kawaki. Okay, so here, why do we place Kawaki higher than Baryon Mode Naruto? I mean, after all, Kawaki is about as strong as Ishiki in this form, right? Well, hear me out. Naruto's Baryon Mode was never enough to kill Ishiki on its own. It was only enough to drain some of his life force. Since Kawaki does not have this weakness of Ishiki, aka having his body crumble away in real time, if we had to assume which of the two is now stronger, then my money would probably be on Kawaki. Now, let's briefly explain just how strong Kawaki really is in Boruto 2 Blue Vortex. You see, Kawaki has inherited Ishiki's signature technique, Sukuna Hikuna, which allows him to shrink himself or any object to a microscopic size instantly. This makes his attacks almost impossible to predict or evade, giving him the ability to strike stealthily. He can also use this ability to manipulate his battlefield environment by shrinking weapons or launching tiny yet deadly objects at his opponents. Not only that, Kawaki's body has been enhanced with scientific ninja tools by Amado as well, making him a blend of both organic and technological strength. His entire body is cybernetically modified, granting him enhanced durability, strength, and the ability to generate weapons and constructs out of his limbs at will. These augmentations improve his close combat capabilities and allow him to adapt to various combat situations. Number 1, Boruto Uzumaki, Konoha's most dangerous fugitive. But how strong is Boruto really? As the host of Momoshiki Otsutsuki, his power has reached new heights, and he is now one of the most formidable characters in the series. His growth includes improvements in both his natural abilities and his mastery over the Kama Seal and Otsutsuki powers. Believe me, that's not all. That's because while training under Kashin Koji, Boruto learned all kinds of new jutsu like the Flying Thunder God technique. That, well, let's just say it's pretty overpowered. I mean, damn, we saw Boruto literally stepping on code like it meant nothing. Yeah, this form of Boruto is indeed cold. All of these are on top of his already impressive arsenal of abilities like massive chakra reserves, incredible talent in ninjutsu, and even his own Rasengan variations like Vanishing Rasengan and Rasengan Uzuhiko. Click on this video next, where I'm creating the strongest character in Naruto's history. But this time, luck is involved. Go on, check it out!